Hi there, students. Prima facie. Prima facie. This is Latin. This means at first look, as it appears to you, as it is when you first see it, at first sight. So, prima facie, what you say sounds very reasonable. Okay, so this is what seems to be true when you first look at it. Yeah, at first glance, this appears to be this. Prima facie. Yeah, this phrase prima facie is Latin, but it's actually a legal phrase. But it means at first sight, at first look, when you first look at it, without investigating it further. This is what it seems to be. It's what it purports to be. It's what it looks like. Yeah, by the looks of things, it's how it outwardly appears. Now we use this phrase prima facie in law to talk about evidence that is enough to show that somebody is guilty, or that something is true. Yeah, so it's enough evidence to show that something is true unless somebody proves otherwise. Yeah, so for example, there is a prima facie case of misconduct here. Yeah, it looks like this, and it will be accepted as misconduct. The law will decide it is misconduct unless the opposite is proved. Okay, so normally to charge somebody, the police need to be able to show that there is a prima facie case against somebody. It clearly looks like this person has committed this crime. And in reality, they're going to need to prove that this is not true. Okay, so a prima facie case, a case where the evidence is sufficient to make a decision, to make a verdict, unless somebody shows evidence that proves that the opposite is true. Yeah, so prima facie, what is ostensibly true, what it looks obviously true and will be accepted as true legally, unless somebody shows or gives evidence to the contrary, unless somebody rebuts this prima facie case. Yeah, so prima facie, it's something that appears to be true when you first consider it, and the court will accept it as true unless evidence to the contrary is provided. Yeah, so prima facie, notice prima facie can also be, it can be an adjective and an adverb. You can also actually have the adverb prima facie, facially, but I think just use prima facie as an adverb as well. So the evidence proves prima facie, an adverb. It proves prima facie that the accusation is true. Yeah, a prima facie case, prima facie evidence that at first sight appears to give you for you to reach the conclusion, and it's so clear that unless the defendant proves the opposite, then they will be found guilty. So in a court case, if the prosecution has a prima facie case and the defense offers no evidence, then the judge or the jury will find the person guilty, because the prima facie case, this is enough at first sight to show that this person is guilty, and you must then prove your innocence. Okay, and that's the idea of prima facie. This is a piece of Latin in English. Prima, first, and facie, figure or shape. But it literally means at first appearances, yeah? At first sight, on the face of it. So you can use this without going into the legal thing to say the first impression of this. So when I arrived in Lima, prima facie, it looked like a very interesting city. And it was, okay? On the face of it, what you see directly, before you investigate, before you look more deeply. Formality. I think I'm going to give it a 6.5 or a 7 in formality. I wouldn't use it informally. Informally, I'd say at first sight, on the face of it. But use it in a semi-formal conversation, semi-formal writing, or a formal writing. I think prima facie is a great phrase to use in one of your exam essays. Yeah? So you're just saying how it looks when you first, how it seems when you first look at it. Prima facie, he was a really nice bloke. But as you got to know him, you actually got to see some of his darker side. You see, you can use it like that quite easily. So anyway, enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Prima facie.